Hi, I'm Jennifer from Oak Lane Studio. Today I'll show you how to stencil walls from ceiling to floor, even the tricky bits like the corners and the edges. I've used our Cornelius wall stencil with navy latex paint, and you can create a different effect depending on how many layers of paint you use. You can go from bold all the way to muted. That's the beauty of stenciling. You can create the look you want. So let's get started. Here's what you're going to need. Before you begin stenciling, tape around your crown molding or top of wall, your baseboards, and any switch plates. Apply repositionable spray adhesive to the back of the stencil by holding the can about 10 inches away and lightly spraying. Wait at least a minute for the stencil to dry. Start at the top of the wall and work your way down. Use a level to make sure the stencil is straight. Press the stencil flat and tape the outer edges to the wall. Roll the foam roller into the paint and remove excess on a paper towel. It's super important to not have too much paint, or it can seep under the stencil, causing blurry edges. Gently roll the paint over your stencil. Don't be tempted to press hard, and be patient. It will take a few coats to get complete coverage. After about a minute, the paint should be dry and you're ready to repeat. Simply line up your stencil with the elements of the design you've just painted, or use the triangle registration marks in the corners of the stencil. Use a stencil brush to get into the edges. Dip your stencil brush in the paint tray and blot the excess paint on a paper towel until the bristles are almost dry. Dab the stencil brush into the crease by the baseboard to get a crisp line. Now tape off the corner of the wall you are moving towards. Position the stencil so it aligns with the previously painted wall, then push it into the corner with your fingers. Tape the top of the stencil and use your stencil brush to dab it into the corner. Included with your stencil is our special topper. Use this stencil to paint the details at the top of the wall where it meets the ceiling or crown molding. It's so much easier to get a clean, professional finish. Once the paint is dry, slowly remove the tape and touch up with your base color if necessary. If you want to continue the stencil on the adjacent wall, tape off the corner of the wall you just finished stenciling. Simply bend the topper stencil so the design lines up with the wall you've just finished. Check to make sure it's level before you begin painting. Now, continue down the wall with your larger stencil. When you remove the tape, touch up any necessary areas with a small brush and your base paint. You can use a piece of the stencil as a straight edge for a crisp touch if you'd like. No worries if it's not perfect. This is a hand-painted work of art.